Will Rock Morning Show, the Godsmack Soul on Fire. Welcome to Tim's birthday celebration. Friday. F-A-Y for Friday. Do you guys have the mozzarella balls and I didn't get one?
Yeah.
Oh, shoot. Throw them a ball.
Are they still gooey? And is that the last item? Was that it?
There's more items, but
We're not going to fry more?
I had to get Jimmy in, so I moved the fryer.
Well, we can fry out in the hallway.
Okay.
We can fry anywhere in this building.
No way.
Nobody works here or cares about anything.
That's true. I have brought my air fryer places. I buckle it in when I bring it.
Right.
Yeah.
I put it in and I make it like, yeah. Where have you taken it?
Yeah. I've taken it to my sister-in-law's.
Yeah. You try and indoctrinate.
Yeah,
People were indoctrinating Tim. If you want to find the link, and full disclosure, I am an Amazon associate. I do
Don't choke on it.
7 more messages
Don't choke
since.
on it.
We're live on TomTube now.
I choked on a mozzarella stick once, and I haven't eaten it since. Like, I won't eat a stick of mozzarella.
Do that with your hand again. Do that exact same.
I won't eat a stick of mozzarella because the thing, I get into it and I pulled it out and it got stuck around the little dingly thing in the back of
Your
my throat.
uvula.
Yeah, I got stuck, and I was like,
Yeah. How did you show me that again one more time? How did you?
You've seen that one too?
Yeah.
A couple times.
Yeah.
Was it in a van? Were
you in a cemetery?
Yeah.
Not that time.
Jim is here from the Volo Museum.
Mozzarella sticks in the back seat of the car in the cemetery.
This is one of these things where I just let her go and see where it takes us. So
I'm done.
That's it. You heard the whole thing. All right. Jim is
I
here.
forgot we had company.
Yeah. No. How did that go? One more time, because TomTube is on. The hand gesture. How did you?
The mozzarella stick.
Yeah.
I'll eat a ball.
Yeah.
But
Can't ignore the balls. We're having mozzarella balls instead of sticks
they're
today.
so good.
Are the balls better than the stick?
And the balls
Maybe.
are better than the stick.
Yeah?
Yeah,
All
because
right,
you don't choke on it. I didn't even mean that. Oh man. Just FYI, in your Jewel Lasco app, there is a for you coupon on those balls. So you can
Discounted
save.
balls.
Discounted balls is what I got.
You can't wait to get those in your mouth, can you?
I already did.
Salty and delicious. Hot
Enjoy.
and gooey, yeah.
Are they from Aldi's?
Yeah.
No, they're
So you
from
can have
Jewel.
all these balls.
Oh,
Want
I
all
see
these
what you did
balls, or
there.
do you want Pete Schwetty's balls?
Oh
right.
man! All
So
right, are we
thanks for
done
that.
with the
Have
puns?
another beer.
Okay.
Why you got to leave early today for? What are you going to? The school function, right? the kids' school. Yeah.
Even better.
I don't think
Welcome
they know
to
what
the
I
Will
do.
Rock Morning Show with Tom and that mom. That mom. 8:45.
Light rain today, high of 69, 51 and sunny
Obviously.
for tomorrow.
Obviously.
And Sunday, it's going to be rainy with a high of 46. It's 64 in Antioch and 64 in Highwood.
Jim is here from Modern Day Romeos and Volo Museum for happy hour. We let him in early because, he's just fun.
It's Jim.
Plus, Leah calls him tall drink of water, and she wanted an hour with him in the studio.
And
So
I have to leave early, so it doesn't seem fair.
TomTube is up and running and enjoying. Leah's enjoying.
Jimmy, help yourself.
Leah's enjoying Tim's balls for his birthday. We got him an air fryer.
Does my wife know? I know
welcome to the
she's sick,
cult.
but
Doesn't count if it's your birthday.
Oh, good to know.
I'll let
Good
her
to
know when she slaps me later.
Yeah. SinusandSnoringMD.com. That is where you'll meet Dr. Swerdlin and his team. They will take care of all your sinus, nasal issues, sleep apnea, and yeah, the big one, snoring. Everybody's got to deal with that. And if you do, Dr. Swerdlin can fix it. Their goal is to help you regain your quality of life when you stop snoring. You breathe better, you sleep better, and everything just feels better. Minimal downtime, too. It's not like you got to be off work forever. Minimally invasive surgical and non-surgical treatments for sinus problems, nasal problems, snoring, sleep apnea, all of that. Find out more. Go to the website. Spend a little time looking around, make an appointment. You'll find out you do not need a referral. Most insurance is accepted, and they're there to help you regain your quality of life. In Kenosha, Oak Creek, Mount Prospect, and Lombard, you can find out more at SinusandSnoringMD.com. Friday, FRY day. We've indoctrinated Tim into the air fryer cult because it's his birthday. So we just had the cheese balls. Are you air frying though? One more thing.
Yeah, I'm air frying right now.
We had to use that guy's recipe that called.
Yeah, he said 250, 5 minutes, and then you kind of give him a little shaky, and then 4 minutes. But here's the thing.
Wait, that was for the pizza rolls,
Yeah,
right? All right.
yeah.
Get the store brand instead of Totino's. They're better.
Well, the Totinos were on sale too.
All right.
Sorry, Tim.
It's nothing but the best for you, Tim. We got the Totinos.
I like the.
It looks like
the Meyer ones.
It looks like you're being, better and fancier when you get the name brand of Totinos. But in reality, the cheap ones are better.
They're better.
250, 5 minutes, shake the basket. 250, 4 more minutes is what the guy said. But there's a problem.
Yeah, this air fryer, which is newer than the one Mickey says he has, does not go down to 250.
Bottom it up. What?
300.
300. So we'll do that. It'll be all right. It's a Ninja Foodie.
Yeah, it does everything perfectly. So
Everything. It doesn't matter. They're going to be perfect. Jimmy's got an air fryer. It's like the best thing, right?
I don't even touch an oven. I haven't touched an oven in 3-4 years.
Why
But
would
the
you?
Ninja Foodie is the best because it's got the other lid. You can pressure cook in it. So you pressure cook a chicken in it for a while. Then you take the pressure cooking lid off. You put the front lid. You spread some on the chicken, whatever flavor stuff. A marinade, if you will, and then you air fry it to crisp.
The perfect crispiness.
It's just
There's
tender
nothing like an air fried crisp.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so beautiful.
Yeah. The ribs, my rib recipe.
the
Leah
rib
did that.
recipe
You've
is
had it multiple
so
times
good,
since
yes.
you pressure cook them, then you change lids, put the sauce on air front. Whatever. Welcome to the cult, Tim.
We can talk about it all day.
Go home
I'm just standing here drooling.
Yeah. We're getting the what is it? Pizza puffs or whatever? Yeah, those are coming up.
Yeah.
It's 8:52.
Light rain, 69 today.
For Tim's birthday, he's 44. He's very close to, here's an STP song, Dead and Bloated.
Oh,
No.
I'm bloated
All
now.
that fried food, but it's not fried. So
No,
that's
it's
good.
healthy,
It's air fried. Yeah. It's like having a salad. Let's get those pizza rolls going. STP for Tim, whose birthday is tomorrow. He's one day closer to dead and bloated.
Yay.
Congratulations, the big 4-4. Jim is also here from Modern Day Romeos and the Volo Museum for happy hour. He brought some of the Modern Day Romeos beer in, but we were just talking off the air. Leah's like, oh, he's tall, drink of water. He's so handsome, all of that stuff. And I said, I'm handsome, and you said, what did you say?
He's better looking than both of us put
combined.
Together. Yeah, because I was saying how people like it's easy for people to notice you, right?
Because he's 8 feet tall.
Well, and then he's attractive.
Yeah. And he's attractive.
Yeah.
But we're not.
We're not.
I'm not attractive.
We could get by. Sometimes people notice us at the grocery store.
We get by. What are your looks?
C-minus.
I get by.
Yeah.
What about your penis? Manageable.
Yeah. We could get by like without people recognizing us places sometimes, but he can't. But he can't.
He's a regional treasure, and he's good looking, and
he's on stage.
We get by. Yeah. Right. Yeah. I like that. You and I we should get one of those apps because you said he's better looking than us combined.
Both of us
that
together,
can combine us and see what our children would look like. Yeah.
Not cute.
Not a good looking.
We both have really strong genes, so it would be like
we could call the show then. It would just be one name instead of Tom and Leah. It'd be Tia or Lam. I don't. Lam. I think we look more like a lamb than a Tia. I'm Lam. I'm on the radio. Large boobs and a manageable penis. We would be a beautiful transgender. We would be a beautiful transgender person. No, we'd get your badunkadunk.
I do not have a badunkadunk. That's the problem.
Work on that. I don't know. See, I don't know because I don't look. She's a coworker. It's inappropriate.
She's talking about
Tim's got a sweet booty, though. I will tell you that. All right. It's 8:59.
Light rain today, high of 69, 51 tomorrow. It's going to be a sunny day. Enjoy it because Sunday it's going to be rainy, high of 46. It's 64 in Highwood and 63 in Mundelein.
Kids trick-or-treating on Sunday. You're going to need the hoodie under the costume.
Yeah.
Coming up after the break, what do we have? Oh, big concert announcement. I have a concert announcement.
Jimmy has beers that are getting warm.
And we're going to drink some more beer. And we have a refrigerator here.
No,
it's the newest thing. It's replaced the ice box. We don't have to go down to the ice shed anymore. And
it keeps it cold.
Also coming up, an update on, remember those guys that tried to pay their fine or whatever?
Yeah.
Those guys. We have an update on that. I said when the judge makes a ruling, let us know. And we have an update coming up.
Am I doing it after the news?
Yeah, you do that as your kicker here. And finally, All right.
95 WIIL Rock, 95-second update. A man shot and killed by police at Brown Lake Beach has now been identified. Lake County coroner's officials say 22-year-old Brandon Berry died of multiple gunshot wounds Wednesday afternoon. He was accused of battering a pair of female family members with a sledgehammer, then advancing on police while still holding that sledgehammer. Authorities say the shots were fired after an ineffective taser strike. The matter is still under investigation by the Lake County Major Crime Task Force. The search for Robert Card continues. The U.S. Army reservist is accused of fatally shooting 18 people Wednesday at a bowling alley and bar. Before the rampage, the firearms instructor reportedly spent about 2 weeks undergoing inpatient psychiatric treatment and was released. WIIL Rock Sports brought to you by the plumbers and steam fitters of Local 118. The demand for skilled journeyman plumbers is high. Go to ualocal118.com. Win for the Bucks in their opener yesterday. They beat the 76ers, Bulls, and Raptors tonight. Blackhawks take on Vegas. Game 1 of the World Series between the Rangers and the Diamondbacks. The Bills winners in Thursday Night Football. Sunday, it'll be the Packers and the Vikings in the afternoon. Bears and Chargers get the Sunday night game.
And finally, there's an update. As Tom mentioned, that welding company in Colorado that was fined and then showed up to pay the fine at the lawyer's office. They brought in that flatbed truck, 6 tons of boxes.
It's like 3 cars
worth of change.
Yeah.
Worth of change that they paid their $23,500 in. I mean, it's money, right?
Oh, no, like we said last week,
legal tender.
Legal tender. Judge, because this went back to court, was not amused.
No.
Ordered them to pay it with a check.
All right. So that's the whole update.
So did they drive the flatbed truck to the Coinstar then?
Yeah. And then, they got. I want to watch them do the coins. And where did they have 6 tons of coins?
Yeah, I don't know where that came from.
The entire court thing was the judge going, no. that was
and done.
That was it. And then he went, there you go. Sorry, guys. Nice try. Happy hour with Jimmy from MDR and Volo Museum coming up next on WIIL Rock.
Yeah, we're drinking in the morning all the way through Friday night. Heading toward the weekend, getting good and tight. Running around the building with our beer bong by our side. Playing a little beer pong, cause our sponsor's Miller Lite. Drinking all day ain't wrong, till the 501 is gone. It's just another happy hour that lasts the whole day long. And take off all your clothes, time likes to disrobe. If you don't like to touch too much, better find another show. Drinking in the morning. Psycho Stick starts it off. John Perry's the caboose. Somewhere in the middle, that's where the train gets loose. It's a one-way ticket to midnight. Can't find a better way. When you're drinking in the morning, it ain't just another day. We'll be drinking all day long till the 501 is gone. It's just another happy hour that lasts the whole day long. Taking off all your clothes, time likes to disrobe. If you don't like to touch too much, better find another show. Yeah, drinking in the morning, drinking in the morning, drinking in the morning all day long. Yeah, drinking in the morning, we're drinking in the morning. We're drinking in the morning all day long.
Thank you, Jim Peter, and Grammy Award winner for our happy hour theme song on a very special day. Tim's birthday, FRY Friday. We got pizza rolls coming out of the air fryer.
Or hot.
Welcome to our cult. Don't bite into them when they're hot. I burn mine on the White Castle cheeseburger ones.
You bite just the tip, and then you let it vent a little bit.
Gently.
Nibble. Yeah, just
on
a
the
little
tip.
nibble.
Yeah, before you.
Okay.
And then see what
and
goo.
then you blow on it.
And then blow on it and see what goo comes out. Yeah. And lick the goo off of it.
That's about it.
And then you just put the whole thing in your mouth. Put it all, just swallow it down. Anyway, so we're having the pizza rolls. Do we like the guy? The guy called and said 250, 5 minutes, shake them 250, 4 minutes.
Yeah.
Is that a good way?
Yeah, it's pretty perfect.
All right. Well, listen. But we got to bottom out. The Ninja only goes down to
3.
But that worked. 300. That worked. All right, good. I'm out of beer.
I am too. I've been waiting.
Jim brought beer. It's tell us about the beer, Jim.
It's not just any beer. It's the most delicious beer you'll ever taste. It's called Sip Sip Hooray. We collaborated with Crystal Lake Brewing, and we sat with the brewmaster, Ryan Clooney, and we tried a bunch of different versions. And I'm like, I just want a crushable beer. I want you to be able to have it in a festival during the summer, at a campfire in the fall, with your family at Christmas. It's the most delicious beer ever.
You want to be able to drink like a maniac.
You want to be able to have a beer.
You want to crush it.
At your kid's Hollywood or your Halloween party at school.
Modern day Romeos remind you to not drink responsibly. Okay, it's called Sip Sip Hooray.
It's called Sip Sip
What kind of beer is with
Hooray.
Crystal Lake Brewing? I've had this before. It's not bad.
It's a Mexican lager with a little German malt.
Oh,
So it's like a Mexican
best.
beer that doesn't need a lime.
I've had this
It's
before
so
too. It is really good. And you have
It is
this.
not a bad beer. It is indeed crushable.
You have it at Volo Museum.
And Volo Museum sells it. And
You can
today
get
is
it multiple-
American Beer Day.
So
it works
American
even
beer. And this is an American
This
beer.
is an
Cheers,
American
Jimmy.
beer.
You can get
Cheers
it
to
multiple,
America.
and you can get it multiple places.
Yeah, Benny's,
They
Garfield's,
have it at Benny's.
Woodman's.
I
Yeah,
was
man,
gonna
we're starting to
throw
take
shade.
over.
shady. Is
Drinking.
if you can't get it at Benny's, it's
Yeah.
not worth drinking.
Yeah, Benny's.
It's at Benny's.
Lake County and McHenry County right now. We're starting slow, but it's building.
Here's
It's
where
getting
Jim's
some
a
pretty awesome
moron.
momentum.
Here's where Jim's a moron. And how much is the band making off this beer?
No,
Not
actually,
much.
you know what?
Not much.
We're making a cut of the beer, but 100% of the proceeds that we make, we're
Yeah.
donating back to local music programs.
That's so
There you go.
awesome.
Modern day Romeos, and you can get it at the Volo Museum where they have a bar.
They have
and all
Sip
that.
Sip Hooray. Yeah, you can get cocktails. We're making a special drink this weekend, which we'll talk about.
And it's called Sip Sip Hooray because at Modern Day Romeo shows you do.
It started
group
Jim
drinking.
and Justin, even before the band started. We just thought it was funny, like we like this guy. Let's give him a couple hip hip hoorays, hip hip hooray.
Yeah,
hip. And we're like, what does that mean? Why would you say
Mhm.
that? And so we did it as a joke, ironically, and then it just became our thing.
Sip,
So for the
Sip
last
Hooray.
20 years, I say hip hip and a crowd says hooray, and that's just been our give and take. So Sip Sip Hooray seemed apropos.
using the word apropos, and now Leah's got to Google, and she's been drinking.
I feel like you used
yeah.
apropos the other day.
Did you
an
Google it
S on the
then?
end of
Did
it,
you
by the
Google
way.
it then? No.
No.
Look it up. Concert announcement after the world's longest drum roll. Have a little more beer while we're waiting for it to end. I should get a new drum roll.
I thought this was a different announcement, by the way. I'm still excited, but
95 WIIL Rock welcomes Iron Maiden for the Future Past Tour 2024.
Iron
If you have not seen Maiden, see them now, because how many times is Maiden going to go out again? Thursday, October 24th, we welcome them to the Allstate Arena. Tickets go on sale 1 week from today, next Friday, November 3rd at 10 a.m. for Iron Maiden, the Future Past Tour, the Allstate Arena. Thursday, October 24th. So that show is coming up. That is
that's
it's-
next
yeah,
year.
next year.
October 24th of next year.
Yeah, it's 2024,
We're,
right?
we're announcing a concert that's a year away.
Well, tickets aren't even on sale yet.
Yeah, they go on sale next Friday.
Yeah,
But it's a year
it's a year-
away.
Well, it's like Metallica with their 2
2
year
years away.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we gave
yeah.
away tickets for that.
Iron Maiden, the Will They Still Be Alive tour.
You can just replace them as they go on, you know?
Rhodey, who was the bass tech. Listen all week, next week, all week, every morning, we will have a pair of tickets. I don't know. I've been drinking now. Let's get going with happy hour. Do it with a little Iron Maiden. Jim is here from Modern Day Romeos and the Volo Museum as we have a little sip, hooray! For Tim's birthday on Fry, FRY Day. Happy hour rolling with Maiden 95 WIIL Rock. Post So, Jim, as you see, the members of the show are very socially comfortable with one another.
Yes.
Mostly led by the female cast
wait a
member
second.
who will say anything to her coworkers, including sexual things to her coworkers about their wives and details about how to commit certain acts in a better
Wait a
way. And she will say anything to us.
But the issue is,
Miss, I'm speaking to my
Okay,
friend
I'm
Jim
sorry.
right now. But
want to defend
I notice that
myself.
you're between the two of them.
Yeah.
She will say very inappropriate things at times. And I just want to let you know that Alpha Media, nor 95 Will Rock, nor the Will Rock Morning Show in any way are affiliated with her when the microphones are off. And a lot of times when they're on, I like to step back.
She's
and
just here.
just
Yeah.
let her go.
In her defense, I feel most of it is educational.
No, yeah. If you don't know, Jim, if you don't know how to perform birthday oral sex,
What? See, I don't know what that is. I'm learning stuff.
at this point, you haven't been paying attention. So take notes, pass them along to whoever your special friend is on your birthday. I'm assuming it's your wife, Jessica. I was the officiant at your wedding, so I hope that's the case.
Ooh.
But things she say, we're not affiliated with.
Tim was at my
And
wedding.
we move
I
on.
was at your
and we
wedding.
move on
Yeah.
with the show now that we know
It's
that.
hot out that
What?
day.
I just want to.
Does the wedding get him one of those as well, or is it
No.
just the birthday that
I
you get
just want
that?
to say, I
So
know.
on the birthday, you are required as the female member of the couple to perform that act
Yeah.
on the
Well, because then you have no excuses. Hashtag no excuses.
Tim offered you an excuse that was medically and physiologically not relevant.
I guess not.
What you said made no sense to me either. But Leah jumped in and thought, I'm going to explain the art of fellatio to you so you can pass it along to your wife because tomorrow is your birthday. And in
I
Leah's
understand. I
world,
understand
your
what she was
wife is
getting at.
required
Yes,
to
required.
perform that act.
I am a misogynist.
You are the misogynist on the show. It is mandatory to do that on a man's birthday if you are his woman and you do not, because you are the misogynist on the show. I want you to hang out with Yola more often.
Oh, man.
Yeah. That's what happened while we were off the air. Am I making any of that up?
No.
Not you. I'm asking him. He's a witness. You're the victim here.
I'm sorry, Jim.
He's-
I'm leaving soon.
he's
So
just-
we could talk about.
Jim is just being called. Is that your experience during the song? Is that what you heard and all of that?
I was eating pizza rolls. I had no
All
idea
right,
what
I
was
can't
going
even.
on.
All right, the witness is dismissed. All right, he wasn't paying attention.
He's on my side.
His loss. Well, we're all on your side. On my birthday, I want you to hang out with me and Yola all day. And
Plant the
Explain a
seeds.
few
you
things,
bring
yeah.
there'll be some seed plant. All right,
And
9:21.
Light rain today, high of 69, 51 and sunny
Yeah,
for tomorrow.
obviously.
Sunday, Sunday, it's not going to be sunny.
Nice icky day. Might as well stay inside. And I don't know what we'll do. I don't know.
It's going to be rainy.
Oh,
You
yeah,
should
bred
stay
some
inside.
seed.
Call Leah and see what she's up to. Anyway. Wow, you are.
Meanwhile, Hat's like, this is not accurate in our house.
He's like, she talks a good ball
Yeah,
game.
yeah, yeah.
She talks a good ball
Yeah.
game. It is happy hour on the Will Rock Morning Show. Jim is here from Modern Day Romeos and Volo Museum. And I'm assuming there's a special event at Volo Museum. Matter of fact, we have Svengoolie calling in a couple of minutes.
Yeah.
On the show because he's going to be at the Volo Museum.
Tomorrow, 12 to 2, he's doing a meet and greet, and it's free with
That's
admission.
so
All you
cool.
have to do is just pay admission and hang out. We did it. We had him last year, and he's been around a long time. And I'll tell you what, we hired him from 12 to 2, but so many people showed up that he stayed more than an hour
He's
after.
a good guy.
Just to make sure.
Yeah.
And his interactions, and you know this from interacting with people, like there's a lot of celebrities that will kind of half-ass everything.
Right,
And
right.
he genuinely sat and had eye-to-eye conversations with every single person that walked up
He's
to him.
still a real
He
person and he
appreciates it.
appreciates his fans.
A
and all
guy that really deserves
Yeah.
that status. So
Yeah,
I appreciated him. He's awesome.
He's supposed to be calling at 9:30. Does he have a hotline or is he calling on the 800 number? Or I assume the caller ID will just go Svengoolie. Right? Or, yeah.
Yeah, he's got the number, I guess. He should be calling around 9:30. So
All right. So we will watch for that. We'll do the happy hour news and then we'll get that. But he's there at the Volo Museum in Volo tomorrow.
tomorrow from 12 to 2. It's just free with admission. All you have to do is just pay the regular
Price. You don't pay
22
extra.
bucks, and then,
yeah.
What?
and that's it. Yep.
Yeah.
There's not an extra.
That's what Volo Museum does.
Wow.
Get over yourself.
Pretty
They're
good.
so awesome.
No, he's the media. He's supposed to be. But yeah, it's worth the $22 to see Volo Museum, I've been told. And the rest is he's there.
We need to
Yeah.
put on the air. We have to put down a day to come to Volo Museum.
I want to
can't-
do
I
it.
still
It
can't
will
believe
change
that.
you.
I'm driving by and I'm like, I'll pop in, but I don't know if you're there and I want to, you to show me the important stuff and all that. But
It's all important.
But it's
stuff.
an all day thing just to breeze through and see everything. If you want to actually,
That's why you get
if
the
you want to
combo
actually
pass.
get it, because I want to play a little game coming up with you, car or no car,
Okay.
for the Volo Museum, and car or no car. I want to see if they have the important cars there.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
The answer is yes.
Yeah, it looks like they do, but I want to just run it down. All right, Svengoolie coming up in just a couple of minutes. It's 9:26.
Light rain today, high of 69, 51, and sunny for tomorrow. And then for Sunday, enjoy tomorrow because it's going to be rainy on Sunday and it's going to be cold, high of about 46. It is time for the 95 WIIL Rock Happy Hour News. The Washington Department of Fish and Wildlife Police, they investigated a report when a paddleboarder called in to report human remains that they had seen in a cave on a river. And they arrived to find that the sunken skull was actually,
Like a Halloween one or something.
no,
What was it?
it was a beer bong.
Oh. How does a beer bong look like a skull?
I'm still not sure.
Was
about
the
it.
paddle boarder drunk already, or
Possibly. I mean, if you're paddle boarding, you're probably having a couple drinks. The investigators, they took jet skis to the cave entrance and then they
this is the fun job.
they
As a
swam
detective,
inside.
you're like, well, how will we get there? Let's rent jet skis on the taxpayer's dollar.
Why not?
I noticed you rented the jet skis from Billy Bob's Jet Ski Emporium down in Partyville. There were jet skis closer. You could have taken a boat or swam in, but no.
right.
I noticed you had the jet skis for 12 hours that day, and you also put
A lot of
beer on the company
investigating.
credit card.
Lot of
There was a lot of-
investigating.
we wanted to make sure the beer bong was indeed a beer bong, so when we pulled it out of there, we got a 12-er and tried her out on the jet ski. Who's the girl on back? Well, we thought it was important that a girl in a bikini look because, citizens.
We're undercover.
Citizens. Yeah. Jet skis.
Jet skis.
So they got the jet skis. They go in. They find out it's a beer.
Swam inside.
And it's a beer bong.
Yeah, they even said that it did look to be a skull underwater
shut
inside
up.
the cave.
All right. Well, yeah, if you've had a 12 pack while you're riding your jet ski, it could look like anything.
Well, a plastic beer pong shaped like a skull.
Beer
it had
bong.
a spinal
They had the whole
column.
table out.
Yeah.
Whose I guess the top could look like a skull, and then the tube could look like a. Yeah. Who's beer bonging in in an underwater cave? That doesn't seem very efficient.
Seems like a bucket list thing.
Okay, I wished a beer bong in an underground cave. All right, we're going on the cabin fever trip, Jim.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Put that down on the list. I'm ready for another beer. We're waiting for
I gotta
Svengoolie
take
to
mine
call.
to
And Leah is leaving. She's got some classroom mom things to do. You want to shotgun one before you go?
I'm just going to take it with me and have it
and
after.
in the car. Oh, after.
After.
Roadie
All
sody.
right. Well, we'll see you at the 501 Club party at Halftime Bar and Grill in Johnsburg.
Big
There's a
surprise
for me at 6 o'clock, and I have no idea. And you think I should know what it is?
Are you going to be around, or do you have a show tonight?
Modern Day Romeos has like 6 shows tonight. I'm sure this weekend. It's Halloween weekend. Yeah. Well, if you're available at 6, I'm getting a surprise at Halftime Bar and Grill in Johnsburg.
It's going to be epic.
Miller Lite 501 Club Party.
It's honestly.
You're using the word epic. Are you talking out your ass, or is it really going to be epic?
It's never been done before.
Ooh, wow.
Yeah, it's good. It's so good.
It's never been done before.
Happy anniversary.
Bring lube. That's all see you tonight. Have another beer before Leah's supposed to be gone. She's still sitting here eating fried food and drinking beer. She's classroom mom today.
I mean, the teachers are in school, right? So they aren't listening to this.
They're not here.
No one knows. No one knows.
No, the Gurney PD are waiting to scoop you up.
Oh, I had a beer.
A couple, officer.
Just don't put it on your seat. They always look there. Anyway, Svengoolie is, I got to tell you this. He is a pro. He was supposed to call at 9:30. Do you know when you called?
Was it like 9:29?
It was 9:30 on the dot, like down to the seconds. You're a professional. How long have you been doing this? Like, I remember watching you when I was a kid, and you're on 32 when I was a kid. So, boy, this is mean. I'm making him feel old. How long have you been doing? How long have you been doing this? 40, 50 years. How long have you been doing this?
About next year will be 45 years.
45
I started in 1979 at WFLD.
Yeah, it was 32, and that's when you started. And I lived in Wisconsin, but we had where you could turn the antenna with the little crank thing in your living room. We could get Chicago or Milwaukee, and I would turn it to Chicago to watch you do your thing. How did that come about? How long do you have? I have a lot of questions for you, Svengoolie.
Oh, we can take some time here. No problem.
How did that come about?
It actually started because of my being a fan of another broadcaster. Back then, big name in Chicago broadcasting was Jerry G. Bishop. Mm-hmm. He was a great radio personality, and he worked as a staff announcer at WFLD. and he started doing the Friday night horror movies, just the announcements there, and started to do shtick with it, and it eventually turned into him being this character, Svengoolie, and I was just a fan of his. And I always was, I just because I was a fan, I would send him jokes and material, and he ended up, taking me under his wing. And he was one that decided I should continue with the whole Svengoolie character. So you can blame him.
You're Svengoolie 2.0 then, really, as the kids would say now. How long did he do it, though? You've done it 45 years. How long did he do it? It's an industry with you. It's a benchmark of American culture with you. How long did he do it?
I think he did it maybe actually only about a year and a half.
You don't even got to put the 2.0 on you. He was the beta version. You were the real
the beta version.
So that's awesome. And I remember that you were on the U, but now you're on MeTV. So it's like is MeTV national? Right? Is that because it's on in Milwaukee, it's on in Chicago? Is it national or is it what is MeTV?
It is.
I love it. I love all the shows on it. Yola's young son Jax is getting into. We're now watching like Happy Days with it. We're watching all the old TV shows with him, and a lot of them are on MeTV. Is that it's a national thing, right?
Yeah, it's actually a national network. We're seen in about, I want to say 95% of the country at this point. And it's great. I hear from people all over the country. It's pretty amazing to me.
Yeah.
Like the last Saturday night, our ratings were just huge all over the country. And, it's very flattering to me that people have taken to the show. And, certainly nothing I would have even dreamed of back when I started.
What were you thinking you were going to be when you grew up? Because this seems like it just kind of happened. Did you have were you going to be like a haberdasher or a podiatrist? Or, did you have a plan? What were you going to do?
Well, actually, our high school had its own real FM radio station.
I had that at my high school, and that's why I'm here. Yeah.
And that was where I thought, hey, I didn't know people could actually have jobs doing
Where
this.
did you go? Were you in Downers Grove?
No, I was in Park Ridge at Maine East.
Yeah, okay, Maine East. Yeah, I've seen that station.
On WMTH.
Yeah.
And that was when I thought, hey, that's cool. And then, of course, I was in the different drama stuff as well. And, combine the two and, frustrated actor comedian. And it just went from there. I never really thought, that I would be playing this character.
Not only was it a big thing being Svengoolie and, you made a cottage industry out of it and, and it's around the whole country now, just you, but it's been emulated in many markets. There have been many people that have tried to, and some very well do what you did as Svengoolie. Were you the first, or were there other things going on when he did that? And how do you feel about being emulated? Is it like, hey, that's my shtick, or is it a like a compliment to you?
Well, actually, the whole hosted horror movie thing started in the late 50s when Universal first made its movies available to TV. And the first hosts there were like three of them that were pretty prevalent. There was Vampira in LA.
Yeah.
There was Zachary in New York. And here in Chicago, there was a guy named Terry Bennett who played a sort of beatnik ghoul named Marvin.
I don't remember Marvin.
No, that was before all of our times almost.
Yeah.
And then, these things would go in cycles. They'd go away, and then somebody would start it up again, and there'd be, hosts in various parts of the country. Then it would go away again and come back. And, about the time that I was coming on, you also had Elvira in L.A.
I've spoken with her. She was delightful. Yeah. She made a big deal out of it as well. So what do you see for the future? How long are you going to do this?
That's a good question. Actually, people bring that up because very honestly, I'm 71 years old.
Yeah.
And people say, well, you can retire now. And my thought is, with the show at this point being the biggest it's ever been, and, the fact that I'm still healthy to some extent, and it's still fun. It's work, but it's fun. I see no reason to stop now. So, I've always said, unless my health takes a bad turn, or if I just am not enjoying it anymore, that's when I'm going to stop.
Yeah, it's Svengoolie. If you like what you do, why? People ask me about retiring. I've done mornings for 30 years. I've been on the radio since 79. I'm like, why? This isn't a job. This is what I do. I mean, where would I go? If we could move it mornings to afternoons, that would be a delight. But,
Sure.
But whatever. Now, a lot of the stuff, like, what are you showing now? Some of the movies are so bad. Are they public domain? I see TV stations showing movies that they must be getting for free, and that's why they're showing them to kill time. What was that with the movies? Were the movies selected because they were horrible? Plan 9 from Outer Space I've seen 1,000 times, and I shouldn't have seen it once. How are the movies selected?
Well, at this point, we don't really go that much for public domain stuff.
Yeah.
That ends up being used a lot from, the people who want to be hosts in various media.
Yeah.
And what we do, we have contracts with distributors like Universal, 20th Century Fox, Warner Brothers. And the good thing about that is a lot of them have actually remastered digitally their movies, so they look absolutely great.
Yeah.
And we try to get them, and we try to show stuff that most of the other people are not able to show. And that's one thing I wanted to bring up earlier, is since our success nationally, it has kind of encouraged a lot of local markets to go, hey, we could do this ourselves, and start their own horror movie shows. So, but the thing is, yeah, a lot of them just opt for the public domain stuff that it's legal for everybody to show.
Yeah.
And a lot of times those also are not in very good shape.
Yeah. The Plan 9 from Outer Space looks like somebody showing it on a sheet off an 8mm, but which I guess that's the movie actually looks like that. Is there a movie? That's one. Is there a quintessential campy, bad horror film that is, you're just like, this is so funny to show? Do you have a favorite to malign? And do you have an actual favorite movie that you think is a good movie?
Well, there was one movie that we had back when I was at WFLD that I would say is probably the worst movie ever. It was called Track of the Vampire.
Okay.
And it was shot partially in Los Angeles and partially someplace like Croatia. And the great thing about it was neither side knew about what the other one was doing.
And then
So
somebody,
they
the
put it
editor
all
had to put them together and have them make. That's this show. I have no idea. I'm not making that up. I have no idea what Leah's doing. And sometimes it's like, all right, I'll run with that now. So is that what they're like? All right, now we'll add our part to it. Yeah.
That's pretty funny. Yeah. So that was one of the absolute worst. And it had some awful stuff in it. It had like an 8-minute dance sequence of a girl dancing on the beach.
Okay.
It was done with like a sort of, I don't know how to describe it, almost like a fly's eye, where there were all these images of her. And then there was like a no dialogue thing with a guy chasing a woman through the streets, and finally to the ocean, which went on forever.
In
so
that
when we
same,
ran
so
it,
what was it called? What's that movie?
Track of the Vampire.
And when you ran it, what happened?
Well, when we had that sequence, we redubbed it, and I changed the whole thing. Where
you're altering the films. You're altering the films. Yes.
Well, that one we
made
did.
It better. Yeah.
The girl was a swimmer, and the person chasing her was her swim coach. And she did not want to do her, exercises.
You got to do your kicks. You got to do your laps. Yeah.
Got to the beach, and there was a bald guy there who I dubbed as Curly from the Three Stooges.
Nice.
And so and that went on. And the great thing about it is that the management of the station at the time, it proved that they never watched it because they never commented on it.
They didn't care what you. That's again this show. Lee and I have been doing 6 months together. They threw us together because we were the leftovers of people that didn't get fired. I keep poking the bear, doing stuff that I can't believe I don't get in trouble for. I haven't heard good or bad on anything. We have one rule that management has given this show: is we're not allowed to stick things in our butt during the show. I'm not making that up. That's the only communication we've received. So I'm glad to hear that you have that freedom as well. But also, it's a little disheartening that nobody cares. The freedom is nice. Do you remember? I want to ask you, what's the Bela Lugosi film when he died? And
that's
that
that's
plan 9?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's plan
where
9.
the rest of the time when they showed him, it was actually the director's chiropractor. Or
and he
something.
hit his face
Right behind like a
Because
That's
Bela
why he always
Lugosi.
had thing
Yeah, that's
with
plan
the tape
9.
up over his face.
Plan 9, you can see the flying saucers have strings on them.
Yes.
So if you get a chance, check that out. All right. So you're going to be at the Volo Museum. Now, Jim is here from Volo Museum. You know Jim from Volo Museum.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
He said that you are absolutely horrible to your fans. You're
The
very
worst.
put off.
So mean.
You're such a mean person to your No, but he said that you genuinely seem to still love, after 45 years of doing this, Svengoolie still loves his fans, and you will sit and have actual conversations and talk to your fans. It doesn't get old. I don't have fans, so I don't have to understand. That's not a thing. But it doesn't get old, or it doesn't grind on you at all to go out and just be everybody's pawing at you and wants a piece of you, and you seem to still appreciate your fans.
Well, it is kind of cool because, again, look how long I've been doing this, and people will come up to me, and the various comments are first of all, thanking me for still doing it. So it means something to them. Yeah. And then the ones who say, and I always like to tell this story, they come up to me and say, I used to watch you as a kid, and now I watch you with my kids, which I take as a huge compliment. Yeah. And the good thing is I don't get pawed because Jim keeps everything in line there.
Everybody's behind the cordon.
Always real well organized.
Nobody lick the Svengoolie, please. All right, that's I get that too, but you're and it is a compliment. I get people that come out. Here's where it gets weird is I used to listen to you with my dad. I listen to you now with my kids. It's 3 generations, so I feel crushingly old. You're getting grandchildren. You're getting 4 or 5 generations, aren't you, that are watching you?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. And then they show up at the
Volo Museum.
That's what I was really, I was really surprised by that. Little kids who are there, and they're thrilled to see me, going all the way through to senior citizens. And it's kind of overwhelming to me that so many people would come out and they stand in line. Jim will certainly testify to that. They will stand in line and wait for a half hour or
way
more.
More than that.
Hours. Just to get to come up and say hello, and that means a lot to me.
Yeah, I was shocked at the kids. I mean, the full-blown fans. Not like I'm here because my dad loves it. Like they are into it. They can name all the movies. They know all the sticks. As a family. And I keep looking over just from the backside as an entertainer. I know when you're just going through the motions. But I'll look an hour, 2 hours in. I'll be like, "Are you good?" And you're like, "Absolutely, let's keep going." And you have eye-to-eye, genuine conversations with each person, and that's something I appreciate. That's rare in this industry.
Svengoolie, we appreciate you taking the time to talk to us this morning. You have an open invite. If you're ever in Gurney Mills is where the studios are. If you're ever in the area, we'd love to have you in on the show whenever possible. And we appreciate you taking the time. You can see him on MeTV. You have anything else you need to plug while you're here? What else do you want to mention?
Oh, well, they would want me to plug that we're closing out the Svengoolie Halloween Bonanza Saturday night. We've got The Night Strangler, the second of the Carl Kolchak made-for-TV movies that led into the series. And then we follow that up with Trilogy of Terror, which is the one with Karen Black with 3 different stories. She plays a bunch of different roles. And everybody remembers that last story in which she has a little warrior doll that comes to life and runs around the apartment trying to kill her. So we've got that. And then all the way through Tuesday, various series. We've got the scary episodes of them, stuff that's a lot of fun, especially on Halloween. Watch for the Andy Griffith Show, the one called The Haunted House, because that's actually the basis for one of our most popular movies, The Ghost and Mr. Chicken. So it all continues on.
Svengoolie, it is busy season for him. It's like the tax guy in April. So I appreciate you taking the time to talk to us. We will see you at the Volo Museum tomorrow. We appreciate you talking to us this morning. Have a great rest of your through Halloween, and thanks for talking to us.
Great to talk to you guys. And if I'm ever up in that area, I will definitely come by and say hello.
All right, sounds good. There's Svengoolie. Thank you, man.
Okay, thank you.
Volo Museum tomorrow. You can see him with your normal ticket. When do doors open on the museum?
Museum opens at 10. He's doing the meet and greet from 12 to 2.
Yeah.
So, but it's free with admission. All you have to do is pay the cover charge, $22, and it's free to meet him.
And you said the lines will be long, but you'll be able to get through it, the line, and it's Yeah.
Almost everybody usually gets through. It doesn't guarantee you, but we'll do our best to try and get everybody.
And plenty
through.
other stuff to see at the Volo Museum. We're going to play that with Jim next. It's called Car or Not. We'll see if the important cars are at the Volo Museum.
All right.
Is it okay? I'll put you on the spot.
Absolutely.
I don't know because I haven't been there yet.
I was born for this.
All right. We'll see. That's on the way. It is 9:49.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
I should probably do weather, huh?
Yeah.
I forgot I was supposed
And
to
for
do
Leah,
that.
who's over at the school now scaring the children.
Light rain today and 70.
All right, we'll play Car or Not with Jim from Volo Museum, volocars.com. Is there another website, Volo Cars, and now it's
Volo Fun.
volofun.com.
That's got all of our events and our new trolley tours, which I'll talk about.
Very cool. That's coming up on Will Rock. It's happy hour. We're enjoying a little sip hooray from Crystal Lake Brewing along with Modern Day Romeos. That's their beer. You can get it at Benny's. Who knew? Jim is here from Volo Museum, volofun.com, and we'll play car or Not. I just want, because I haven't been there. I'll admit it. I have not been to the Volo Museum. I don't know,
Tom?
man. I go by.
I've been there for like freaking 2 years.
I go by. Well, and it's been there forever. How long? When did the Volo Museum
started
open?
in 1960. The museum side probably started about 20 years ago.
Well,
15,
I've
20 years
been
ago.
busy since 1960. All right, I've got things I'm doing. So we'll play Car or Not, and I'm just off the top of my head.
Okay.
Is it there at the Volo Museum? Because it started out with cars. It has so much more now with the dinosaurs and the mini golf and the bar and the, all the animatronics is incredible and all of that. So there's so much more than cars. But it started out with cars.
Right.
And I just want to, did it start out some guy just had a bunch of cars and he was liking cars and he decided to have a museum?
No, the family, it's a fourth generation family business. They started on that property. They grew up on that property.
They wanted to have a museum.
And the guys, no, they didn't want to. It was all unintentional.
That's what I'm saying. It seemed like people just had cars and they're like, well, now we might as well have a museum.
They were fixing them and flipping them, and they just kind of evolved. And they were originally like Model Ts and Model A cars. And then eventually it kind of started to morph, because back then classic cars weren't classic. You know,
right.
30 years ago, that wasn't a classic car.
That wasn't a thing.
And now it's evolved where now this industry is insane. And
Henry Ford told you can get the Model T in any color you want. as long as
As
it's
it's
black.
black,
Yeah. So, do you have a Model T and a Model A there?
We do. Yeah, we do.
You don't take those out to a parade, do you?
No.
Those are don't touch them.
Yeah. We have our
a lo-
Titanic exhibit has 4 or 5 cars, almost $5 million just in those 4 or 5 cars. So like a 1912 Rolls Royce and a 1906 Peugeot, which they're like one of one in the world. They're insane.
Wow. So if you like cars, still
even if you don't
go
like
there.
cars,
Go
like
there.
it's
Yeah.
awesome. Like it's artwork. It's
Let's
totally
play car or not.
Okay.
Okay, you don't have that one. You guys, the General Lee.
Not only do we have the General Lee, we have the most original and authentic General Lee in the world.
All right. Do you have a DeLorean?
Yes, we have a time machine, of course. Yes, DeLorean.
And it has
all the stuff.
I know
certified studio.
Yeah. And it was used in the movie, or somebody just made
it's a studio
it afterwards?
replica, like a promotional one, but it's.
I know you have the
same.
Batmobile.
Yes.
You have the Mystery Machine from Scooby Doo.
Scooby Doo, yes.
Where is that from? Like, is it just some van you made?
We have
the
3 Batmobiles and a Bat bike.
Does it come with Batgirl? Hello. Let's see, what else was I going to add? Oh, the A-Team, the van from the A-Team.
No, that would be an awesome one.
You do not have the A-Team van. Do you have Kit from Knight Rider?
Yes,
Talking car from Michael. It doesn't talk.
It doesn't talk, but the interior is pretty amazing.
Was it used for the thing, or you just got it? Somebody made
that
it?
One's a studio. I would say about 75 to 80% of the cars are screen used hero cars, and a couple of them are studio replicas. So a lot of times when they make a car for a movie, they'll make 6 of them for either stunts, crashing, and then they'll have a couple for promotional
that they just don't even have
they're
motors.
Shells almost, that they're just throwing off clips or whatever, and then they use a couple for promotional purposes after the movie's made.
How many TV movie cars do you have?
We have over 50.
50. Yeah. You have the giant car from Speed Racer that went so fast that he had to drink an elixir afterwards, or he went crazy and lost his mind.
Yes.
You do not. That was a cartoon.
We have the car.
You have the Speed Racer car, but you don't have the giant car.
Oh, I don't have the giant car. We have the Mach 5.
You remember that episode with the giant car? And see, I won't go there if you don't have the Mach 5, though. We have the Mach 5.
Yeah.
Is it drivable? Does it have a motor? Can I borrow the Mach 5?
It has buzz saws in the front. It's a Corvette, basically.
Really? But they don't run.
Yeah, they all run.
The saws run.
The saws run.
It doesn't have the little remote control bird that flies around. No. It doesn't have the dome where you can drive.
Expectations are ridiculous.
It doesn't have a dome where I can drive underwater. I'm going to try. I'll get to the boat ramp at Blarney Island. I'm going to drive down the boat ramp, and if that little glass dome doesn't come over, I'll drown. Yeah, so you can't drive it underwater.
You can't, but we have an amphi car from the 60s that you can
drive under. That's the one you drive, and you drive up on.
Yep.
Have you driven it in the water? On the thing?
We just got it in, but we're planning on doing. We have a Bayliner boat that's dropped on a Mazda, so it's a street legal boat that you can drive on the street, and then we have the amphi car, so we're going to do a skit where we.
Does the Mach 5 have the tires where you can drive up the 90-degree wall?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm borrowing the Mach 5. Speed Racer was my thing. I would lie to my teachers to get out of detention. So I could go home and watch. Oh, my family's got a thing. I got to be home. It was Speed Racer. So can I borrow the Mach 5? It drives?
You're doing this on the air?
Yeah, I'm putting you on the spot. I put you on the spot.
You can't have any favors until you actually go to Volo Museum.
After the last Modern Day Romeo's gig, when they did the Breast Fest, I go to Jim. We couldn't get any Ubers. I go to Jim. I go, you're driving me home. So, yeah.
And he said,
okay. He wouldn't say no. And then we found an Uber. And I said to him, I go, you're off the hook. We found an Uber. I guess I'll just get in a stranger's car. I hope we live. And I was kidding. And it was the most sketch Uber I had ever been. But to his credit, he called me later to make sure we made it home. So you're a good man, James.
Thank you.
I will let you plug whatever other stuff you have to plug after the break. Okay. All right. Go see all they have the Mach 5. I'm in. At the Volo Museum in Volo, open 7 days a week.
10 to 5 every single day.
VoloFun.com. Svengoolie is there tomorrow.
Yep, from 12 to 2. It's free with admission.
You can see him, just by paying your way. $22, that's a deal. You got that 2-day pass thing too, right?
Yeah, you can do the combo pass where we have Jurassic Gardens and the Titanic Museum. So if you do a combo pass, you get the next day for free.
Takes more than 1 day to do all.
Yeah, absolutely.
It takes a week. Yeah, all right. VoloFun.com. We will wrap things up with Jimmy coming up next. Today's show, I have the Svengoolie interview we'll be hearing again. He was great.
Yeah, he's awesome.
I also have birthday Greg Evigan with Leah. Greg Evigan, by the way, played BJ on television. Yes. BJ and the Bear. Do you have BJ McKay's truck?
No, we don't.
There's one at the Full Throttle saloon in South Dakota if you want to go steal it. Air fryer balls. Leah births an air fryer this morning, and Leah says the S word on the air. That's a real thing. It happened, right, Jim?
Right off the bat.
Yeah.
Off the bat.
Miss a day, miss a lot. We wrap it up next on Will Rock. All right. It is 10:01. We're late.
It's going to be cloudy, some light rain today, 70 for the high.
Thank you. Jim from Modern Day Romeos and Volo Museum, volofun.com. What else? Quickly, what do we miss? There's a lot.
There's the museum's on 35 acres, but we have another 35 acres that has been next to it that you drive past all the time with the dinosaurs
see
and
all
the
the
trains
stuff in
and
that area.
So we're finally utilizing that after 60 years. And we bought like these massive 50-foot animated Christmas lights. And we were going to start by just doing like a Christmas tour. But then we got these thing called Molly's trolleys. They're big, awesome, heated trolleys. And we were just going to have Christmas light tours. But then we're like, it's Volo Museum. We have to do something bigger than that. So we collaborated with some people from Theater 121. We hired actors. We have a script. So now it's a whole time traveling thing where you have to save Santa. So for $25, you get a free hot cocoa and cookie. And you're hanging out. You get your picture with Santa. And all of a sudden, Santa disappears. Everybody's freaking out. They're like, the elves travel with you. You have to go on these heated trolleys. You go through all these time zones and try and pick up clues and try and save Santa. And then there's a big epic twist at the end of it.
Don't tell it.
I won't tell it.
Who wrote the story? Who did you get this from?
We collaborated with, there's two people from Theater 121.
That's cool.
And Brian Grams and I, we worked on it together. I wrote a couple spoof songs, like parody songs with it. We have, we're wrapping a hot rod. There's all kinds of crazy, there's going to be shopping carts and dinosaurs and.
Don't give too much away. I hope you get some snow so it looks even nicer. This sounds remarkable.
Yeah,
it's one thing to drive through Christmas lights, and another thing.
Everybody does that, but this is something you've never seen before.
Jim. That's you. You came up with this.
So November 10th, it kicks off. You can buy tickets now if you go to volofun.com.
It's going to sell out. This will sell out.
Where tickets are selling like crazy.
Yeah.
We were hoping it would be, but it's like we haven't even hardly promoted it yet, and it's still going crazy.
Yeah.
So November 10th, it starts every Friday and Saturday through Christmas, basically.
You're going to have to add some days.
I think we're going to be adding days.
So I told you this at the last Modern Day Romeo show. You are brilliant and a true professional, and you are excellent at what you do. You really are. You're one of the most professional people. You're one of the most accomplished people I know. So thank you for coming in.
Thank you.
Volofun.com. What else do you have?
Will be at the Vixens tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night.
Yeah.
All right. That's good. And then and you always have a big Halloween.
Yeah, we have a bunch of fun stuff.
I'm going to give that away. And then Svengoolie is there at Volo.
Svengoolie's tomorrow 12 to 2. It's free with admission. And it's awesome people watching. It's definitely a fun day. And it's going to be nice tomorrow.
Thanks for being in with us.
Thanks.
Yeah. We'll see you tonight. 501 Club Party, Halftime Bar and Grill, Johnsburg Road in Johnsburg. I got the Weekend Rewind tomorrow morning. I'll talk to you from 6 to 10 with some regurgitated stuff from the show. And then Mickey Finn's tomorrow night. I have no idea what my costume's going to be.
Go as Lam.
Leah and Tom. Half Leah. I don't know how to do that. I'll just carry a beer and act like I'm at my kid's school. That's the Leah part. Have a great weekend. We'll talk to you Monday morning, bright and early, 5 until 10, 95 WIIL Rock, the Rock Station.